Hi everybody, so last night was a new episode of Bad Girls Club, and it was a boring episode to me, only because it is the parent episode, and those are always boring, in my opinion. Real quick, I know last week I did not do a video. I was working a lot, and by the time I had a day off and a little bit of time to do a damn video, I was just so fucking tired, and on top of that, it was like 4 days after the episode came on. And so I was like, fuck that shit. I'll just do another video and like do a quick little recap in the beginning of my new video and blah, blah, fucking blah. So anyways, last week Angela went home because she's an idiot and she threw the glass at Hanan. Allison and Melissa, they chose to fucking go home. What is up with these chicks? I will never understand why these girls choose to go home. Allison and Melissa, they were like, this just isn't for us. This is not us. This is not who we are. Really? Did you not watch your casting video? Cuz in your video, you said that you like to get drunk all the time and party. And then you guys said that you solve your issues with your fists and physical violence. That's the Bad Girls Club. They get in fights, they get drunk, and 9 times out of 10, they solve their problems with fists. So if that's who you are, like you said in your video, then you should have been perfect for the show. That's just not me. No, that's not who I am. Get the fuck out of here. Like, bye. I just will never ever understand when girls choose to go home on their own. Have you not watched the show before? Ugh, and they act so shocked, like, oh my god, I can't believe that there's fighting going on. Oh my god, these girls are so loud and drunk. It's the Bad Girls Club. They do that every season. That is the Bad Girls Club. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, moving the hell on, because this episode was kind of boring, like I said, because it was the parent episode. But it starts off with Hanan, Susu, Jasmine, and Jamie chatting it up, talking about how they don't trust the other girls in the house, which is understandable because those girls go off for anything, especially Kristina with her red face. And I totally get it. I wouldn't trust any of those hoes either. But, they're talking, and then, Angela walks up, no, and then Kristina walks up, and she's like, do you guys have a problem with me? Because you thought I was sleeping, but I wasn't. And then Jasmine and Jamie are like, we don't have a problem. And then Kristina is like, well, somebody must have a problem because my $5 was ripped up. It's $5. She's acting like it's $100. She's seriously acting like it's $100 bill. Granted, if anybody fucked with my money, or any of my shit for that matter, yeah, I'd be pissed off too. But she's acting like it's some big ass bill. Like, it's a $5. Don't get red face angry over a $5 bill. Get annoyed, yeah, but go tape it. Like, what's the problem? I don't understand. Go tape the $5 fucking bill. It's no biggie. Like, really? I'd be red-face angry if someone stole my money. But, I mean, it's not like the pieces were missing. There was 2. She only ripped it in half. Go tape it. Staple it. Whatever. I don't know. But it's not that big of a deal. You can go fix that shit in a millisecond. Anyways, so Kristina and Angela have their first video life coach session with Laura and her eyebrows. And, it's really kind of cool because even though stupid ass Angela is gone, they're still letting Kristina stay, and they're allowing her and Angela the opportunity to continue on with their life coach sessions, which is awesome because out of all of the sisters, they need it the most. Angela was kind of annoyed because Kristina had promised to call her a lot throughout her stay, but I guess she hadn't, so Angela was irritated with that. She's like, I thought you were going to call me, but you didn't. Kristina was like, I'm sorry. You know, whatever. Like, what kind of conversation? You know, it's silly. Anyway, so they did that, and it wasn't really productive. It was kind of like the same life coach sessions that they've had in the past. And so I fast forwarded through it because I find those sessions really boring. I just can't stand them. Anyways, so Susu and Hanan, they have their first life coach session, and they talk about how Hanan's really protective over their mom and all of that. And I thought it was pretty adorable because that's so cute. Like, she's super duper protective of her mom, and that's really, really sweet. Susu's point was, you know, you gotta, like, pump the brakes a little bit. Just, you're obsessed with mom. Like, calm down. Because Hanan's, like, obsessed. So, you know, they had that little conversation. You know, and then, you know, later on in the episode, all of the parents decide to, well, they don't decide. All of the parents come and they have a little barbecue. You know, Hanan and Susu, their mom is definitely really cute. Like I said in the past, I follow their Snapchats, and really, their Snapchats are, there's a shitload of snaps with their mom in it, so they definitely love their mother, and I would too. She's really, really adorable, and she's so cute. And then Kristina's parents came, and that was interesting. I wonder where their dad is from, because their last name is Babbage, and their dad had an accent, so I'm a little curious as to where exactly he's from, and what they're, you know, like if they're, you know, Russian or Polish or something like that. Amber and Asia, Amber's mom comes. Asia's mom is completely MIA from her life. So, you know, Asia sees Amber's mom as she called it, Mama Carol. Jasmine and Jamie, their parents came, and they do not get along. No, they don't. It was really interesting to see, actually, because you could definitely tell where Jasmine and Jamie get their attitude from, and it's definitely their mother. Which was funny, though. Like, their dad decided to go lay out and, like, act like he's tanning in one of the lounge chairs, but it was funny because the lounge chair was totally in the shade. So their mom was like, you're trying to get a tan and there's no sun over there. Like, really? And it was actually kind of funny because it was true. It was like, dude. But he was like, no, I'm just tired. I mean, it looked like he found a good little spot, so. But yeah, so, you know, their mom starts talking shit to him, and he decides, fuck it, I'm leaving. So he decides to leave. He ends up checking out of the hotel and not even coming to the little session that all the other parents are going to have. Neither did their mom, because I guess their mom had to go to work, so their little life coach, what was supposed to be their life coach session with their parents, ended up just being a normal life coach session. Laura ended up having them record, like, a little message to their dad, talking about how, you know, they're disappointed that he didn't, you know, show up for the coaching session. But at the same time, Jamie expected that. She wasn't really shocked, so whatever. You know, Angela and Kristina, they have their little video session with their parents. Their parents definitely, I feel like you can definitely kind of get a feel for why Angela and Kristina have such a weird relationship, because their parents they have a strange relationship. You know, like, they were trying to blame each other for whatever issues there were. Like, their dad was like, I blame their mom, you know, because their mom's the one that made them choose, you know, who to stay with and all of that. And then their mom was like, no, that was all on you. That's your fault. And Laura and Angela, their point was, look, it doesn't even matter whose fault it is. What matters is that you guys find closure with your kids about it, because it obviously fucked up your kids. So apologize to them, which they ended up doing. They apologized for, you know, the way that the divorce and their separation affected Kristina and Angela, because it obviously did. They have a really strange relationship. So, and I'm definitely thinking that it's stemming from all of that. So that was actually really nice to see. They kind of got some closure, and, you know, they all got, you know, what they needed out of that. Hanan and Susu, their mom came in, you know, for their session, and they all kind of just agreed that Hanan needs to kind of pump the brakes on the obsession with the mother. She's just really protective of her, so I understand that. I feel the same way about my family. You know, I'm really protective of them as well. I'm not obsessed, but they all definitely agreed that is something that Hanan needs to work on. So she's going to, and that was that whole parenting bullshit. Again, like I said, it was super stupid, super boring to me. So they all go to dinner, and Susu brings up how awesome doing that charity last week was, and she makes like a suggestion about doing another charity. So this charity that they do is they're basically auctioning themselves off. And whoever does the highest bid for each girl gets to have like a 15 to 20 minute date with them. Which, I mean, whatever. That is a good idea. So later on in the episode, all of the girls, they get all nice and pretty and whatever. And they go to the bar and they do the auction. And it was fucking hilarious because Kristina... Kristina only got bid $24.50. Yeah. That's kind of embarrassing. But, you know, she was like, well, it doesn't even matter to me because I'm not interested in any of these guys anyways. I feel like that's a little defensive. Like, you know, maybe it kind of hurt her feelings that she didn't get too much, but she doesn't want the world to know that, so she's going to play it off like she didn't really care. But maybe she didn't. I don't know. Either way, it was funny because she only got $24.50. And it was also funny because Jamie was like, why are you walking out of the house looking like that? Her outfit was like a leotard with black high-waisted shorts. And they weren't really black. They were more gray. And like a dark gray. And Jamie was like, why would you walk out like that? Your shorts aren't even black. They're chalkboardish. And they are. When she said that, I was like, that's exactly what it is. They are chalkboardish. Like, every time Jamie says something, I feel like we're on the same page. And then her faces she makes, like when she's confused, just crack me up. She always, like, cause I do them too. She does a lot of those, like, her and Jasmine do. I feel like it runs in the family. It was really funny. Anyways, so Kristina only gets bid $24.50. Susu, she got like 120. Jasmine got 100, I think. Hanan got 200. Amber got 3, and Asia got 5. Now I wonder if those are the actual numbers. Like, I wonder if they actually got $500 bid, or if Oxygen just, you know, put that on there. You know, like, make it seem like they got a lot, but Kristina only got a little, you know? Like, I wonder if in reality, Asia only got, like, 50, you know? Because that bar was empty as shit. Like, it was empty. There was, like, maybe 40 guys there. And it did not look packed, and none of those guys looked like they were carrying a lot of money, so... I don't know, but they do a clip where Hanan is like twerking and shaking her ass, and I can't with her body. Her body is just on fucking point all the time, and it's like she has a body, like a body. It is nice as hell. It is like this, like boom, boom, bah, like that. Girl, I love it. I love your body. Like, it's crazy. But, yeah, so they did that, and they were all having fun, and, you know, they're getting drunk. They're in the limo to go home, and Jamie and Jasmine start bickering, which is funny, because my sisters and I bicker a lot, too. But Hanan is like, you guys shouldn't be arguing, you guys, you know, shouldn't be fighting, you guys should be fighting the other bitches. And naturally, Amber gets offended. Like, Amber, calm down. Big deal. She said, go fight the other girls. Like, really, it's not that big of a deal, but she gets all offended. There's only 3 girls in the house, me, my sister, and Kristina, and that just was not cool for her to say. Like, whatever. So they get to the house, and, you know, Hanan, she tells Jamie again, she's like, you shouldn't be fighting. Your sister, you know, if you're gonna fight, go fight these basic bitches. Amber gets offended again. She's like, we're not basic. There's only 3 girls in the house. Hanan was like, if you're getting offended by the fact that I called you guys basic, then that means you're basic, which is true. I'll never understand why people get offended by words. If you know you aren't something, then don't get offended by it. It's that simple. If you're not basic, then that shouldn't have offended you at all. If somebody called me basic, I'd be like, you should be a comedian. You know, like the other night at work, somebody called me a fat crackhead. I know I'm not a fat crackhead. I didn't even know there were fat crackheads. I was confused by the insult. I was like, wow, there's really fat crackheads? That's crazy to me. I thought they'd all be thin. You know, I've been called a bitch numerous times, and it doesn't offend me because I know I am a bitch. Don't get offended by things. Like, really. And if you're going to act offended, then that means that you are. She is definitely basic if you're going to get offended by being called basic. And compared to Hanan, I'm sorry, Amber, but you are basic compared to Hanan or Susu, my opinion. But really, like, I feel like everybody's basic compared to those two. Because they're just gorgeous. It's crazy. I mean, their bodies. But yeah, so, you know, they're bickering or whatever. And then Jamie tells Hanan, she's like, you know, Kristina wants to know who ripped up her $5 bill. And Hanan tells her. Hanan's like, Susu did it because your fucking sister cheap-shotted me and threw glass in my face. So yeah, Susu ripped up your $5 bill. What? Like, big deal. I'll give you $5 back. She says that. She says, I will give you $5. And that's when Kristina gets red-faced angry. And we know what happens when that goes down. She does those weird-ass fucking faces. And her eyes bulge out of her face. And she gets really red. And she does this a lot. Why are you ripping my money? Blah. Like that. And I always watch her and I go, why do you think that's okay? Work on your mad face before you go on the show. Because that is just ugly. She gets so fucking red. It's crazy. She needs Jesus. She needs Mother Nature. She needs Zeus. She needs Allah. She needs all of the different deities because it's so ugly when she gets angry. I can't handle it. Anyway, so she gets angry. She gets up and she lunges towards Hanan. And that's when Susu and Hanan get crazy. But we don't get to see all of it. Because that's where the episode ends, and naturally, Oxygen leaves us with a cliffhanger. Like I said, it was a pretty boring episode, but whatever. Next week's episode looks really, really good. Looks like, you know, we're going to see the aftermath of the Hanan, Susu, Kristina stair fight. We're going to see that one crazy-ass fight that you see in the trailer where Hanan throws a chair. It looks like they're going to Mexico. So, I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell me in the comments what you guys thought about the episode, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!